So let's try to understand the black body radiation with the classical theory, which is mainly given by the Rayleigh jeans. So first we will try to understand that what Rayleigh jeans do in one dimension, and then we will try to go for the three dimension case. So Rayleigh jeans believe in the classical theory, which means that he know uh, that means he just taking that in a concept that a light is electromagnetic wave, and first we will just try to understand all this thing in a one dimensional case, and then we will try to analogically implement the whole thing into three dimensional case. So what is he say that light is electromagnetic wave as Maxwell explained it, and for one dimension he just write that equation E is equal to E naught sine kx minus omega t, where k is nothing but wave vector 2 pi upon lambda, and omega is 2 pi nu. So this is the concept, and we know that nu is nothing but c upon lambda. Now what he do, he just confine the electric field into length a. He just want to confine the electric field in a length a. Means you can say that electric field is confined, or electromagnetic wave is confined in one dimensional box with length a. So he just try to count how many number of waves between frequency nu to nu plus d nu. So this is the challenging thing, but he make the extraordinary trick. So what is the trick? So what are the possible independent wave? The possible independent wave can be fundamental mode, because we know that at the end this node have to be 0. So from here we can write lambda by 2 must be equal to a, and we can just say that lambda is nothing but 2a. So these are one possible lambda. Another possible value, this length is a, we can talk about the first overtone. So first overtone will tell you about the lambda. This is lambda by 2. Lambda by 2 is lambda is equal to a. So we can write this whole thing lambda is equal to 2a by 2. So why we are using at 1? So I will just give 1, I will give 2, so 2. So similarly we can just talk about lambda n is equal to 2a upon n. This is nothing but 2. Now, so, and also we have the relationship of wavelength and frequency for light. So what is the relationship? We have nu is equal to c upon lambda. So nu is equal to c upon lambda. So here we can see that the lambda are not arbitrary, they are indiscrete in nature. The values are either 2a by 2 or 2a by n. So this nu can be written as nc upon 2a, and this n can be written as 2a nu upon c. Now look at here, this n and nu are correlated to each other. So what is our challenge? Our challenge is that we just want to calculate how many frequency or how many waves are between nu plus d nu. Means if somehow we can calculate this possible value of n, we can easily calculate what will be value of nu. So what we can write? We can write dn is equal to 2a upon c d nu. And this dn we can write in term of density function. How we can write in term of density function? We can just write dn upon d nu into d nu is equal to 2a upon c d nu, and this particular thing I can write n nu d nu is equal to 2a upon c d nu. Now what is trick? The trick is, if we want to calculate, suppose this is our origin and this is, let's say, 1 n, and these are the n. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this time we can just talk about n. What we want to find number of frequency between nu to nu plus d nu. Means we just want to, if we are able to calculate this particular value of points or these particular points, then we can easily tell how many number of waves or how many number of modes can be possible between nu to nu plus d nu. So this concept is a very nice concept, and from here he can just give the particular value of number of mode, or you can, in a very simple language, you can say how many number of possible waves. And if you are going to the quantum mechanics, you will say it how many number of state. So but right now, for we are not doing quantum mechanics, we are just before the quantum mechanics. So what we are saying, we are saying this is nothing but the number of modes or number of wave between nu plus d nu. And he again used the fully classical theory, and what he say, that light have two polarization, one will be clockwise and another will be anti-clockwise. And what he say, that clockwise polarization is one particular number of wave, anti-clockwise will another. For example, if they are into fundamental mode, there are two possibility, one is for the clockwise, so another is for the anti-clockwise. So naturally the number of wave will be increased with the factor of 2. So what he will do, he will just try to multiply this thing by 2, and this is due to polarization. This is due to polarization. So once he will multiply this particular thing with 2, and then he just try to write the number of mode. He just try to write number of mode, n nu d nu is nothing but 4ac d mu. So this is the one of the mother expression which leads to uh, explain the black body radiation. And the next target, what we will do, we will just try to understand all this thing into 3 dimension, because that is the actual purpose. One dimensional case is a just a, you can say at right now this is just a very theoretical kind of thing, but practically we have to confine a cubical box. We will just confine the electromagnetic radiation into cubical box, and then we will just try to understand what will be its feature. And now the same logic we will try to implement into 3 dimensional case, and we will try to explain how this black body radiation will behave. But obviously, uh, let's try to see what will happen to 3 dimensional case of this particular thing. So first we have to calculate the number of mode between. So what is idea? Idea is very simple. First we have to calculate the number of mode between nu plus d nu in a 3 dimension, and then we will just calculate the average number of average energy at equilibrium temperature T for single mode, and then we can talk about the all average kind of situation. So this is the idea. Let's try to understand, let's try to do all this stuff into the 3 dimensional case.